Hello and welcome back. So in this lecture, we are going to implement pagination in our Express application. So whenever a client will request some data from our Express application, we are going to send the data in pages. So for example, the first page will contain the first 10 hotel documents. The second page will contain the next 10 hotel documents. The third page will contain the next 10 hotel documents, the hotel documents from 21 to 30 and so on. Okay, now the UI for the pagination is actually implemented on the client side, but for each page on the client side, we can send the data from the server, from our Express application. And we are going to learn how we can do that in this lecture. So in order to implement pagination with the GET request, which we are making to the hotels resource, in that request, we are going to specify page and limit field. I mean, page and limit query string. So here I'm saying that when I'm requesting for the hotels document, for the first page, return me first 10 documents. Then for the second page, if the page is 2, then return me documents from 11 to 20. If the page is 3, then return me documents from 21 to 30 and so on. So here I'm setting the limit as 10. In each page, I want to display 10 hotel documents, and based on the page number, we need to send the hotel document. So let's go to VS Code, and now we are going to implement pagination. So to implement pagination, what we need to do? First, we need to read the value of this page and limit, and then on the query object, we have a method. So for example, on this query object, we have a method called skip, which tells how many documents to skip. If I say skip 10 documents, then it is going to skip first 10 documents. And after that skip, we also have limit, which tells how many documents per page we want. So here also, if I specify 10, that means in this query, what it is going to return is, it is going to skip the first 10 documents from the hotels collection, and it is going to take the next 10 documents. That means document from 11 to 20, and it is going to return us that. So here I can go ahead and I can say query equals this. And now if I save the changes and if we go back to Postman, from there if I make a request, currently you will see that the total count is 33, and the first document which we are receiving is this Taj Swarna Hotel in Amritsar. Now if I send the request, now in the result we should have only 10 documents. So first 10 documents has been skipped. That's why you will not see that Taj Swarna Hotel here. Here the hotel name is ITC Grand Chola. So the first 10 documents has been skipped. Next 10 documents has been taken and it has been returned in the result. So this is what this query is doing. But here, instead of hard coding the skip and limit value, we are going to read it from the request URL. So in the request URL, we are specifying the page and we are specifying the limit. So we are going to read the limit, and based on the page value, we are going to calculate the value for skip. So first of all, let's go ahead and let's create a variable. Let's call it limit. And to read the value of limit query string, again from the request object, we are going to make use of this query object, which is going to store all the query strings. And from there, we are going to read the value of limit query string. Now, the query string value will be read as a string value, but here to this limit, we need to pass a numeric value. So what we are going to do is, we are going to convert that string value to number type by just appending plus in front of it. Now, if the limit is not present, if this limit query string is not present in the URL, then I'm going to set a default value for that limit as 10. Now, let's read the value of page query string. So again, from the request object, we are going to access the query object, and that query object will have a page property if we have specified the page query string in the URL. So we are going to read the value of that page query string. Again, its value will be read as a string value. So I'm going to convert it to number type first. But if the page query string is not present, in that case, I'm going to set the default value of page to 1. All right. Now I'm going to create another variable called skip, and this will tell how many documents it has to skip before selecting the document based on this limit. Now to calculate this skip, the formula is very simple. So for the first page, we want to skip 0 documents and we want to take 10 documents because we have specified the limit as 10. So for page 1, skip 0 and take 10 because limit is 10, right? Then for the page 2, skip 10 and take 10, right? Then for the page 3, skip 20 and take 10. So if you see, if we want to calculate the skip value, we can say skip value should be page minus 1. So page is 1, skip 0. Page is 2, skip 10. So page minus 1 multiplied by limit. Limit is 10. Page 3, skip 20. That means page minus 1. So 3 minus 1, 2 multiplied by limit 10. So here the formula is going to be page minus 1 multiplied by limit. So when the page is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 multiplied by limit, the result will be 0. That means skip 0 documents. When page is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 multiplied by limit, here let's say limit value is 10. So 1 multiplied by 10 is 10. That means for the second page, skip 10 documents and then take 10. Then when the page is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 multiplied by limit, limit is 10. So 2 multiplied by 10 is 20. That means for the third page, skip 20 documents and take 10. So this is how the formula is calculated. Let me remove this. And now to this skip, I'm going to pass the value of this skip variable, and to this limit, I'm going to pass the value of this limit variable. All right, let's save the changes. Let's go to Postman. And here, let's try to test this. So let's say I want to have page as 1. So for the first page, I want to get first 10 documents. If I send the request, you will see that now we are getting the first 10 documents. Here the first document is Taj Swarna. If I set the page to 2, it will give us the next 10 documents from document 11 to document 20. Okay, if I say page is 3, then it is going to give us next 10 documents from document 21 to 30. Okay, and now if I say page 4 and give me all the documents from page 4, now we are left with only 3 documents because in page 4 we are going to have documents from document 31 to 33. Total we have 33 documents, right? So in page 4 we are going to have documents from 31 to 33. That means in this case we should have count as 3, and that's what you will see here. So our pagination is working as expected. Now if I set the limit size to 15 and if we try again, now for each page we are going to receive 15 documents. So in the first page we are going to have first 15 documents. In the second page we are going to have next 15 documents. So total 30 documents we have already fetched. Now for the third page, now we are left with only 3 documents. So if I send the request, it should give us only 3 documents. Okay. And if I change the page to 4, now we do not have any more document to show in the page 4. But if I send the request, in the response you will see that we have received 200 OK response, and there the hotels is empty array. Now what I want is, if for a page we do not have any documents to display, we do not have any documents to return, in that case I want to throw an error. So for that, here after this line I'm going to write an if statement, and inside that first we are going to check if in the request URL we have the page query parameter. So to check if we have the page query parameter or not, we can say request dot query dot page. So if the page query parameter, the page query string is present in the request URL, then only we are going to execute this logic. And here First, we are going to get the total length of the collection. So in our collection, we have 33 documents. So the total length is going to be 33. And to do that, let's create a variable and let's call it total hotels. And to get the total hotels on the hotels model, we are going to use a method countDocuments. Okay. And here we need to use await keyword because this countDocuments method, it is going to run asynchronously. So here we are getting the total number of documents which we have in the hotels collection. And now we are going to check if the skip value, if it is greater than this total hotels, in that case, I'm going to throw an error. And here let's use greater than or equal to. So for example, this total hotels count is going to be 33. And for the page 4, the skip count will be 30, right? So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 multiplied by 10 is going to be 30. So for page 4, skip count is 30. 30 is not greater than or equal to 33. So in that case, this if condition will not run. But for page 5, the skip value is going to be 40. And 40 is greater than 33, which is the total hotels count. So in that case, we will not have any documents to show in page 5. And at that time, we want to throw an error. So here we are going to say throw new error. Here I'm throwing an error using this error object. And here let's say this page is not found. Okay. And when we are throwing an error from here, this error will be cached by this catch block, and that error will be handled by this catch block by sending this response to the client. Now here I know this is not the right way of handling this error because here we are saying that the page is not found. That means the status code should be 404 here, and in the message we should have the page you are looking for is not found, something like that. But for now, we are not worried about error handling. We just want to send a generic error response to the client. And in our coming section, we are going to learn about proper error handling in our Express application. So at that time, we will fix all these issues. But now if I save the changes here and if we go to Postman, and from there, if I make a request to page 4 where the limit value is 15, if I send the request, you will see that now we are receiving this error. This page is not found, which is correct. But if I say page is 2 and limit is 15, and now if I make a request, we should get 15 documents for page 2. So documents from 16 to 30 should be returned in this response. And in this way, we also implemented pagination in our Express application. All right, so this is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.